Hello everybody, welcome to the first card in August card class featuring the lovely In Linen suite in the annual catalogue. For this card design we're going to be making a slimline style card that looks like this. You will need all of the pieces pre-cut within the measurement guide. I won't talk about measurements within this particular video, I'll only talk you through how to make the card. If you wanted the measurements and you haven't purchased the kit already or the PDF already, drop me an email and I will arrange for you to purchase the measurement guide as well. So for this card we're going to be starting with a base of thick basic white card. I'm going to give that a nice little crease with my bone folder. For this one I have chosen the Really Busy Tile Style Designer Series paper, but you could use any of the papers if you've got a favourite. I'm just going to turn that over. If you've got a favourite you could use that one. Just make sure that before you cut your papers you've chosen the right, you've got enough for your cards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this down. You'll notice that the designer series paper is shorter than my card. That was on purpose. I've left a little border at the bottom that's sort of 1 inch thick. If you wanted to have that covering the whole card, you could just scale that up from the measurements. So I'm going to stick that down nice and flat, like so. And then I have gone ahead and I have already pre-stamped and cut my flower. So this is the large flower image from the stamp set, so this one here. I have stamped it in Night of Navy ink and I have fussy cut around it, leaving a little white border to just bring out that lovely, lovely pattern. So I'm going to stick this down nice and flat as well. And this I'm going to stick down so that the bottom petal, bottom of the flower down here, sits just a little bit higher than the bottom of the card. Okay, so I'm just giving that a firm press. I'm going to leave that to dry. Before we do that, leave that to dry. So before I do anything more on the front, I'm going to open my card and I'm going to stick down my strengthening piece of basic white. I always like to add the same sort of similar amount of cards to the front of my card as I do the inside, just to make them feel evenly weighted. So I've stuck that in. We've got this little gap at the bottom, but don't worry about that. The piece of designer series paper is going to sit just flush at the bottom to just continue that theme there. Oops. I'm all fingers and thumbs today, which probably isn't good considering I've got 5 videos to film. Okay, so now we've done that, we need to create our sentiment. So I'm going to bring in some scrap basic white card and I'm going to do this as a happy birthday card. So I'm going to stamp my frame first, and the frame is being stamped in soft succulent ink. Tried to bring in some of the colours from that designer series paper. Be mindful that when you are stamping your image, be mindful of the way that the punch goes in. So my punch is going to go in like that, so I want to stamp that horizontally on that white card, like so. And it's a really clear image. Now if you haven't got the punch, you could definitely fussy cut around this, but the punch just makes life a lot easier. And then we're going to take out our happy birthday. Thank goodness for lots of blocks. And happy birthday is going to be stamped in one of the in colours for this year, which is Sweet Sorbet. And then we can slide our card into our punch and just line it up. It will leave a little white border around the outside and then pop that out. It's a really neat little punch and it makes life very easy. So now what am I going to do? I am going to stick that down about there with some dimensionals to raise slightly. just like that. And that is card number 1, all finished. I hope you like it, and I'll see you all over on the next video. Bye for now.